Well, I guess I should continue then? Maybe? I guess so. I don't know what else to fucking do. Let's go. Early the next morning, Une and the others were in the school courtyard designated over the radio. Roughly 30 of the Sonozaki group's toughest men were surrounding them and glaring in all directions. A helicopter was approaching. Une was the only one being extracted. Take care! We've paid you back for saving us now.
I hope you managed to save everyone with your body's secret.
That's a way of putting it.
Thank you for taking care of me.
Une was forced to wear airtight clothes. All the JSDF men riding in the helicopter were in them too.
It's a slight shame how we're being left behind, though.
I'm sorry. 8017... No. Until we understand the cause of this illness, we can't be allowed to leave. So even though everything's settled with Une-chan, we're still stuck in survival mode for now.
Well, you'll be safe as long as you stay here. I think this strange illness will settle down over time.
There's fewer of those crazy people already. Peace will soon return to the city. The rioters who handed their hearts over to demons continued to kill each other without getting tired of it. But like Kasai said, eventually they'd kill themselves off and things would quiet down. From what Tomitake heard over the radio, they were already preparing to send aid to Shishibone City, and food, water, and other necessities would be transported by air. Such an incredibly large uproar couldn't be wrapped up that easily. But we had our light of hope. Une was the key.
Thank you. Do your best out there. I'm happy to welcome you to this planet. I'm happy too. I'm super happy.
I don't think I'm done with the arc yet. Une waved her hand from the helicopter flying away. The club members all waved innocently back at her. Only Rika absent-mindedly watched her go. She was pondering something she couldn't explain in Une's smile as she left. Yeah, I don't think we're done with the arc yet, are we? Well, are we? Are we? I'm confused now. So what, is Une evil after all? That feels stupid. Afterward, she was transferred to Tokyo's facility, the National Institute of Infectious Diseases. With the disaster already reaching several 100,000 people, it was no longer possible to cover up the existence of Hinamizawa syndrome. The world was in an uproar over this mysterious virus, capable of making humans randomly go violent. Of course, the secret research institutions of the major nations that knew about neuroparasites were paying attention to the progress of the current neuroparasite biohazard. Water. Nice. They dispatched... Didn't swallow it all the way. Silly of me. They dispatched many researchers to help, because there was no guarantee it would remain solely Japan's problem once it reached that point. You know, if I'm just gonna tough out the arc and finish it anyways, then I'm gonna set my heater to turn off because I'm getting fucking warm. So, let's see. How is it not turned off yet? Thermostat reads 70, it's set to 70, and it's not fucking off. Oh well. Oh well, don't matter. Don't matter. Let's go. Sample of Une's cerebrospinal fluid were taken and transported to the most classified research labs of each nation. Is it gonna be that, like, her virus is worse after all? Okay, so she's just evil anyways. Great. Great! Why? You had something so good and then you're just like, actually, plot twist, she's evil. Like, already I wasn't thinking too highly of the progression of this arc. Like, yeah, it was fun. But why the fuck would Tamura give Takano her powers? That still doesn't make sense. And now you're just like, actually, Une's evil. Why? Whatever.
My seeds have reached every corner of this blue flower bed. I'm happy. I'm super happy. Foolish leader of the horned people. Tremble in fear at your sin of unleashing that terrifyingly corrupt people upon our world. It's already too late. Your and Takano's evil plot is finished now. Ow, ow, ow. Tamura Hime no Mikoto. If you have something you want to say, why not say it? What was it you were trying to achieve? Takano was your priestess, so Takano was following your orders and trying to accomplish some specific task. What was it? That's not even worth asking. She was bullying Une and trying to spread Hinamizawa syndrome everywhere to sow chaos. Ow. But that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, thank you, Rika. Truly. The smartest fucking character in this goddamn series. I mean, I don't know why she wouldn't question it sooner, but whatever. That doesn't make sense, though. Hanyuu, the syndrome is a tainted people to her, right? So why would Tamura have Takano spread them elsewhere? Al? Tomitake said that Takano was going to defeat a devil, and in doing so, save humanity. Then she started spreading Eta 173. She's both trying to save humanity and trying to destroy it. These goals contradict each other, but I didn't pay it any mind because I was sure it was just one of Takano's crazy delusions. But if it was all as Tamura ordered, then none of it was meaningless. A mere child of man, let alone the priestess of the foolish horned people, wouldn't understand, even if I were to tell you. Ah, how foolish you are. Please don't look down on me. Unlike her, my head isn't filled with cream puffs. Rika, I don't understand what you're getting at all. Tamura loathes the horned people, so why would she try to spread them outside of Hinamizawa? It can't be. The horned people and Une's people had equally strong roots. On top of that, Tamura called Une a devil. And she told Takano that she would save humanity. You had Takano spread Eta 173, so Une couldn't spread herself? Yes. After all, just as those infected by Une couldn't be infected by Eta 173, the reverse was also true. If you infected them with Eta 173, they couldn't be infected by Une. But if she infects them with us, then those with weak minds will be in big trouble. There's no worry about that with Une, though. How do you know that? You've just convinced yourself that's the case after communicating with Une, right? In other words, you've just accepted Une's claims without question, haven't you? Oh? I see. It appears the leader's foolishness has not infected her priestess. That means you made a hard choice. You decided that handing over a portion of your land, the entirety of Shishibone City, to the tainted people was at least preferable to that. Isn't that right? Which means that you knew. But isn't the scale the world? I still don't fucking understand why they were thinking, oh, if we spread Une to one prefecture, that somehow stops Takano's plan of spreading Hinamizawa syndrome to the entire world. Because I guess there's one refuge. What is this, Dr. Stone logic? I don't fucking get what you're talking about. Like, how many billions of people were alive in the 80s? It would have been probably 6 or 7 billion, right? I don't know how exponential the population growth is. That was almost 40 fucking years ago. No, literally 40 years ago, 1983, right? Yeah, that was fucking 40 years ago. 40 and a half even. So, what? 6 billion people on Earth minimum, probably 7 billion. And you are telling me
that one side's plan is spread my enemy's virus to the entire world, the one that drives them mad, to stop this other virus. Because if I fight the god, the world ends anyways. While the other side was, if we spread this harmless virus that gives immunity to Hanyuu's virus, then that means we can save the world just by spreading Une to one prefecture. I mean, I guess that's preferable to everyone on Earth dies of Hinamizawa syndrome. Just having one prefecture of Japan still alive because they have immunity to Hinamizawa syndrome. But then why the fuck would Tamara not just be like, hey, Hanyuu, how about we gank this bitch? Like, if Une's supposedly more dangerous than Hanyuu, I mean, you were already, I guess because you were containing Une? Well, no. Maybe, I guess Tamara was just no. Okay, that's the solution. Tamara was using Takano's desires to take out Une and then fuck off with Takano and let her lose. That's the only thing that makes any sense. And it makes way more sense than whatever the fuck Rika and Hanyuu were thinking by spreading Une to one prefecture. So, yeah, that's what the plan was, right? I'd assume? Alright, let's keep reading. Isn't that right? Which means that you knew about Une, didn't you? Hers is an accursed race which brought forth great catastrophe upon her motherland. Hi! Don't just come on in cackling. At least announce yourself first.
This is super fun. Une! It's been a while. Foolish Hanyuu. Know her true nature and tremble with terror at your sin. Tamarahime no Mikoto. You totally pulled a fast one on me. The moment I awoke and tried to bloom, the flower bed around me was already filled with that fool's flowers. So yeah, that's what the plan was, to contain Une. So then yeah, Tamara was the one in the right. And Hanyuu and co were being fucking stupid. Even if you were to trust Une, even if Une were in theory safe, then yeah, the plan would be to spread it to the entire world, but they were only saying one prefecture, but then they spread it to the entire world anyways. So, I guess, yeah, if Une weren't evil, that'd be safer. And I guess Tamara's problem is just that... So no, it's just, yeah, the problem is just that Tamara and Hanyuu won't fucking listen to each other. That's what the problem is. If Tamara and Hanyuu were on better terms, they'd just be like, okay, hi Hanyuu, it's Tamara here. And Hanyuu's like, oh, been a while, girl, how you doing? Alright, so, I'm sorry, but I have to do something that's probably gonna sound stupid, but will you hear me out? Sure, girl, what's going on? It'd probably be easier if I ad-lib it in their voice. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, you know that crazy Takano lady in your town? Yeah, what about her? Well, I'm going to give her my powers to inflate her desires because there's a really, really, really bad virus god that just appeared in Okinomiya, so we need to contain her and kill her. So, sorry, but we're gonna have to spread Hinamizawa syndrome into Okinomiya in order to contain her and take her out. And Hanyuu's like, oh, well, can we work together on that? Well, yeah, that's the plan, girl. All right, cool. So I suppress the symptoms, and I'll have Takano spread the disease, and we'll be able to take out this dangerous virus girl together, right? Yep, that's the plan. But because they didn't do that, instead we have this. So who's speaking again? I'm guessing Tamara? I'm sure she did get you good. This cream puff for brain- Oh, no, Rika? I'm sure she did get you good. This cream puff for brains is a useless weed, but her roots are strong enough that you can beat them.
No, that was Une, I guess. I don't know.
You tried to make your infection explode through the population, but since Takano had already spread Eta 173, you couldn't do that.
I was at a total loss. But then a dumbass who believed my story just happened to show up.
Even though her brain was an empty cream puff, even lacking even in cream, she finally realized that she'd been tricked. Good job, Hanyuu, you fucking dumbass. Hanyuu had believed that they understood everything about each other after her communication with Une. Hanyuu had openly shared everything about herself because she was so simple, but that wasn't the case for Une. She cleverly hid her true nature in her terrifying plot to deceive Hanyuu. Remember when I said also, wow, you drew an evil grin sprite for Une just for this gag with Satoko? No, red herring. Great.
Which means, Tamarahime no Mikoto, you saw through her, didn't you? Know that the plot from the leader of such accursed people could never deceive my insight.
Tamara had known what Une was after. Une's goal was to propagate herself throughout every corner of this blue planet's huge flower bed.
If she did that, then you all would perish, huh? So you had to fight. Just like you once fought Hanyuu's people.
But if she already did that... Hanyuu said Tamara was once mean to her, but that probably wasn't her just being mean. From Tamara's perspective, she was likely fighting to protect herself. So then yeah, I'm right. Fortunately, they learned Hanyuu's people couldn't live outside of Hinamizawa, so they managed to maintain 1,000 years of peace by avoiding each other. However, if a new people that weren't bound to such a small area came here, but wasn't it implied there were other peoples? Whatever.
I see. To you, she certainly would be a devil. And so you used Takano to stop her. But calling her a devil that'll destroy humanity is going too far. She might be a devil that would destroy you, but the humans don't know or care which parasite is living in their heads. I suppose that's the limit of the understanding of the Horned People's priestess. Foolish.
It's super too late now, you idiots. We're totally consuming this whole planet.
Why does she speak like that?
Now awaken, my children, my seeds. Sink your roots into this world and bloom. Bloom and spread yourselves wide.
And then everyone blows up. Une spread her arms like she was spreading a pair of wings, and issued her orders to all of her children scattered throughout the whole world. Well, Rika, you're seeing how the world ended. I don't think there's a way to deal with this now. The children of man couldn't quarantine Une's seeds with their mere concept of disease prevention. The humans researching her across the world were already infected. America, Georgia State, Atlanta. Why the fuck are we in Atlanta? America's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention was the fortress on the front lines preventing humanity from viral infections. They're stationed in Atlanta? And also the highest world authority on the subject. So, the CDC? Yeah, the CDC. Yet in a secret ward, the Neuroparasite Research Division, they were researching her children. They were researching it with the greatest precautions and most modern equipment. But the techniques of mere mortals were unable to stop the spread of the children of a god. So what's her virus do, and what's her vice with Atlanta? The head researcher first collapsed on a bus on his day off. It causes them to, what, drop dead? People rushed to his aid one after another, and collapsed as well until the driver also lost consciousness. Fortunately, the bus was already stopped, yet that wasn't a silver lining. because neither humanity nor even inhuman beings possess the means to stop the spread of Une's children. Why is the epicenter in fucking Georgia? The same thing happened in Sverdlovsk Oblast within the Russian Federation. Right in, oh my god, Yekaterinburg's secret biological weapon research center. Of course, it also happened in Japan's National Institute of Infectious Diseases within Shinjuku, Tokyo. It's in Shinjuku, of all places? As well as in other research centers in England, France, China, Korea, and other nations too. And then they traveled through the transportation technology that humanity had foolishly overdeveloped, spreading to all lands throughout the world. However, humanity lacked the means to notice it at all. Huh, well, it's taken a while to reach wherever I am. Good one. Nice bit, me. Roughly 2 weeks after the initial spread of infection, when Une's children had spread throughout every corner of the globe, the first symptoms developed. The infected, though at this point the infected and all humanity were synonymous, then learned for the very first time that they were all infected with something unknown to them. So Une's is over here playing Plague Inc. Just with like a fucking drama story prologue that takes place in a random city in Japan, sure. People were afflicted with intense drowsiness, and one after another they crumpled and fell asleep on the spot. Oh, so they're not just dying on the spot, it's narcolepsy. So then she already had some people infected. Hey! Christ. They had become a seedbed. Ah! Once they finished consuming all the nutrients of their host. Oh, okay, no, so they do die. They broke out through the host's body, spread more seeds, and consumed all of humanity. Because Une's people had no intention of coexisting with humanity at all. Once they had consumed their flower bed, they would travel through space once more in search of the next. This is just Saya no Uta. This is literally just that one ending of Saya no Uta. An accursed people indeed. 7 weeks after the initial infection, humanity's population was reduced to 20% of its former size. Of course, even that 20% was being culled as well. 20%? Okay, so she killed 80% of the world. Then they would once more return to space in search of an organism with a brain to host them. Afterward, only the hosts of the horned people who couldn't be infected by that accursed people would remain on Earth. Which meant that only those people in this region, who Takano had infected with ep.173 and had not turned their hearts over to a demon, managed to survive. So then, yeah, Tamura's plan was either kill Une or infect the entire world with Hinamizawa syndrome, because that would at least leave more survivors than Une's virus. There were far too few humans remaining to maintain civilized society. So eventually they too would perish completely. What, you have a small number of people? Does Dr. Stone logic not apply to Higurashi?
Super fun, super happy, super awesome, super duper, super. Une. Consuming everything is my people's only entertainment.
This is very Umineko-esque music. Though, I mean, to be fair, this entire arc has just had Umineko sound effects. Did this one also come out before Umineko? It would have to have been at least during the development of it.
And I mean, consuming an entire planet is super fun. Once my people have consumed them all, no one will be able to get in our way. When faced with me, the weak flowers of this planet are like sugar lumps before hot coffee.
Oh, betrayal and victory defeat. Great.
You've sure done it now. You pretended to be weak so you could use us to advance your plans. Well done.
But then that also doesn't make sense. Why on fucking God's green Earth would she save Rena and co? Why would she do that? Why wouldn't she just be like, they're dying? Sick. I'm just gonna chill up here. I guess because she saw it as an out in order to infect the whole world. She was like, they'll help. They seem stupid. They seem overly trusting.
I couldn't fool Tamarahime no Mikoto. She was clever. Do not underestimate me. Know that I am the leader of the people ruling over this nation of Yamato. Yet that hornhead and her priestess, you two were super easy to fool. When the god's a fool, so is the priestess. You two were both super dumb. When the god's incompetent, so is the priestess. You're a useless god with nothing useful to your name. No power, and no supernatural power either. You're a super Dumbo.
Yeah, her entire character just feels like an Umineko precursor in terms of how fucking over the top she is. Like, at least the quirks of Higurashi characters are kind of subdued, but this is just Erika. Like, seriously. Erika if she were a virus god.
What is this? She's ticking me off 5 times as much as Tamara. I really agree. It's really annoying to hear us called incompetent. Know that you are indeed incompetent. You are tainted people, and now foolish people. You should hit your head on a steamed bun and die.
Oh, that's your dessert that you like? What's Une's? Carrot cake? You know what? Maybe she can kill all of humanity.
Well, I never knew that Une was going to destroy the world. It's not my fault.
Yes, it is. You should have fucking listened to the other god who was calling her a devil, maybe? The one who's literally not trying to fight you to death, maybe?
You know that all other races are enemies, yet you just handed it over to her. There is a limit to how stupid one can be. Ow! You could have just told us that, Tamara. So it's your fault, Tamara.
No, it's both of your faults, you stupid idiots.
Be quiet. I will not listen to you tainted people, and there's the problem! This is super fun!
I almost can't blame her.
Perish, you stupid gods of this blue flower bed. You're stupid humans. You're incompetent priestesses, too.
Une laughed loudly while Hanyuu and Tamara insulted each other like children. It seemed quite pathetic that this was a fight between gods who had brought about the extinction of humanity. Rika placed a hand on her forehead like she was enduring a headache, but her frustration was winning at that particular moment. So, I'm guessing this fragment is just one where Une happens to come to Okinomiya, right? And that's not a constant? Because then otherwise, yeah, no, that would have to be the case, because then in any sequel work that goes into the future, like parts of Go and Sotsu, then, you know, all of humanity would have fucking died by then. Unless Tamara hosted someone else that's like, you, random human. Huh? Me? Become my priestess. I'm a guy. I don't fucking care. You need to go kill some child in the next town over. What? Okay, I will kill this child. If you kill that child, I'll give you a lot of money. Yo! Anyways, Rika placed a hand on her forehead like she was enduring a headache, but her frustration was winning at that particular moment.
Listen, I don't consider myself a human, and I don't care if our world is destroyed, but there's one thing I just can't forgive. The fact that you're fucking annoying. The fact you looked at me, Rika Furude, who has overcome the mountain that is hundreds of deaths, and called me incompetent.
Yo, Umineko reference.
The term incompetent is what you use for a man who goes off to the hot spring at a critical moment.
Bauer never did that.
You intend to oppose me? You, a mere child of man? That's super funny.
So she has a different speaking quirk now, I guess, after all. So it's not just the random commas in her sentences. It's the fact that she's super annoying. Rika pulled something out of nowhere that glinted with a silver light.
What is that? Don't you know? It's a kitchen knife. A cooking tool. The perfect instrument for chopping up food and detestable people. I'm super laughing right now. How do you plan on fighting me with a tool of mankind? That's super funny. Super!
From the perspective of humans, those in human beings, the opposite of in being humans, were like a moon on the water's surface. She could swing a weapon all she wanted in this world of man, but it wouldn't even disturb the water's surface, let alone harm the moon floating in the sky. However, for them to manifest in the world of man, they required a priestess. To put it in human terms, they required a queen carrier as a host. Okay. If she defeated Une's queen carrier, was that correct to say? Was it better to say Une herself? Then she could at least deal a decisive blow to her. So then whom?
However, my body is super beyond your reach. You can't even leave Shishibone City, so you can't lay a finger on her.
So her physical human form is her queen carrier? I guess.
Nearly all of my people have been taken captive. I have no idea where she is at present. If only I could have taken her down while she was trapped in Shishibone. But thanks to this tainted cream puff... That's enough! Honestly, it's your fault for being so petty, Tamara, and holding a 1,000-year grudge over a single meal.
Both of you did that!
I'll never give you a single grain of rice that has been dedicated to me. I was starving! You could have spared a little! Stop it, you two. Besides, this battle isn't over yet. Oh? And how are you going to face me by yourself when I've super enveloped your entire world? That's super funny. The battle isn't over. This battle is so totally super over already. You're right. This battle is over already, as far as you two can conceive. But from my perspective, it isn't over yet. No, perhaps it's more accurate to say this battle was over the moment you revealed your true nature. It's over, and it's my victory. Huh? What nonsense is your priestess spouting? How can she possibly save the world in this situation? I want to know. I super want to know. I'm the one who wants to know. It's already too late. The world's ending. How are we going to save this world now? Hey, how can you not understand? Have you forgotten how this is used? Huh? You're going to hack open Une's head with a knife?
Or she's gonna kill herself and go back in time and stop her? But how do you... This ain't summertime rendering. I don't know how you confirm you go back to the same fragment.
If she were not a god, I would command you to behead Une indeed. You two both have your heads filled with cream-free cream puffs. I'll teach you how this knife is used. Right now. Oh? And what do you totally think you're doing? The cause of your defeat was revealing to me your true identity and whereabouts. Huh? You know where Une is right now? How do you know when even Tamara doesn't? Still, even if you did know, you've got to know there's nothing you can do if she's not here.
Didn't they say she's in Georgia?
Doesn't matter where she is right now. Back then, she was here in Okinomiya. That's all I need to know. What are you saying? I super don't get it.
So, yeah, what?
Let me tell you something.
You're going to lose. Because you made me mad. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So then how do you confirm you go back to the same fragment, you dumb fuck? Whatever. Let's go back. That's not how this works. Back to the moment Une became aware of the other Une and awakened her on this planet. What? It was the day before Takano started spreading Eta 173. Since Une had just awoken, her presence was still faint. Tamara had yet to grasp her whereabouts. Okay, so yeah, no, it is just this fragment, because otherwise outbreak would happen every fucking fragment. Une had learned how weak Tamara's roots were, and she was making preparations to bloom at once and spread her people everywhere. Tamara had given up on discovering Une's whereabouts and welcomed Takano as her priestess, to prepare her bitter plan of stopping Une's explosive spread. Her plan of having Takano spread Eta 173 before Une could, which meant that at present, neither Une nor Takano had spread anything at all. The world had yet to reach the point of no return. In other words, if Une's ambition could be halted on this day, then it would all end before it started. But that was impossible. Without a time machine. So yeah, you killed yourself to do that. Howdy.
I've super woken up. I couldn't fool Tamarahime no Mikoto, but that doesn't matter. I don't need to worry about someone with such weak roots as I move on to take over this planet and super consume it. Super
Une's ambition of... Sorry, I just got confused for a moment. Where am I? Hello? Hi. Anyways, Une's ambition of conquering the world with her people was born here in this small town of Okinomiya in rural Japan. Yeah, small town with sidewalks and alleyways, because that's what a small town is. I'd like you to see my town. I'm not telling you what town it is, but my town's smaller. I'm just saying that much. No one in the world had noticed this terrifying resolve just yet. Okinomiya's a city. Fuck you, actually. However...
He? Hi? Good afternoon. Are you Une-chan, are you? Who are you?
Rena, did you find her? Oh, this must be her! Oh, it is, it is! She looks exactly like she did in the portrait. Portrait?
Rika's pretty good at drawing, isn't she?
Oh, a drawn portrait. I was expecting like some Beatrice type portrait. Like Rika just went back in time and she had one of Une.
I'm quite surprised.
The older girl with a ponytail held up a sketchbook with a portrait that looked exactly like me. I was suddenly surrounded and didn't understand why. I finally found you, Une.
Who might you be?
Our first time meeting would normally be some weeks from now, but I only met you just the other day. Well, while I say just the other day, I mean several months ago. I only had today to find you, so I had a hard time searching for you, Une.
You shouldn't underestimate me and Rika, Une. We've already seen your ambition for world conquest. How did you see through my ambition?
See? The leader of the Horned People and her priestess aren't so powerless or incompetent after all, huh? So is this technically a different fragment that also happens to have Une? Okay, how do you know, then? It's just so tiresome, it wears on the patience a bit. But from my point of view, you're the incompetent one. Or was that Hanyuu? I don't fucking know.
Flash! This is the ancient god-binding treasure normally kept in the Furude Shrine's ritual storehouse.
Now, everyone, bind her up in the sacred rope.
Nipa.
Oh. Wrong voice.
You're binding me in circles! Ah!
Hi, Tamara. Oh. To think you'd find Une so easily when I couldn't uncover her. You have my thanks, children of man.
You've shown yourself, Tamurahime no Mikoto!
By the way, you're equally guilty. If you just let go of your pride and asked us for help, you wouldn't have needed to cause such a huge disaster in the first place. Thank you, Rika! Now can you yell at Hanyuu also? I am the proud Tamurahime no Mikoto. Know that I would never indebt myself to the savage and tainted horned people. And that's why you're just as guilty. Flash! What? The god-binding treasure? Ah!
Now we've captured all the ringleaders of this commotion. Oh?
This was a tragedy that could have been prevented if you and Tamara weren't on bad terms in the first place. Thank you! Rika, you're so based! Oh my god! You said the two of you fought over a single meal, right?
It's not my fault! Tamara shouldn't have been so stingy! She had so much being offered to her! It wouldn't have hurt her to share a bit with me!
In other words, you stole it from her, so you're just as guilty. Thank you! Flash! You can use that on Hanyuu.
Is this why you brought 3 sacred ropes with you? Ah!
And good ending. We told all the gods, hey, you're fucking stupid. Okay, what now? We're at the school? We heard the whole story from Rika-chan. You're all gods, right? I wish you'd give a little consideration to the humans you're endangering.
It's good that we prevented it ahead of time, but this might have turned into a terrible disaster, you know?
It wasn't just terrible. I experienced it firsthand. Anyway, it's not good for us if you gods don't get along with each other.
Still, they're awfully cute gods, aren't they? I imagine they'd have much scarier faces.
They all have the ability to.
Oh! I am Oyashiro-sama! This treatment isn't fair!
Why, you children of man! It is outrageous to show me such disrespect and call me cute!
How did you know about my ambition to conquer the world? I totally can't accept this! Une-chan, why were you plotting to destroy our world in the first place? Because we super love consuming everything! So then what about after you've consumed and ruined everything? How long does it take you to find a new planet? It takes long enough to drive you crazy, doesn't it? And I'm betting you're feeling lonely that whole time, aren't you? Aren't you? But Tamara told me to get out. That super ticked me off. At first I thought about living here peacefully. Tamara's bullying is the root of all evil!
You all would have made the fatal mistake of letting Une escape the city. I mean, they did, yeah. So in short, Une decided to destroy the world because Tamurahime no Mikoto told her to get off this planet.
Yes, that's right.
So then, Tamura-chan refused to talk to Hanyuu-chan or Oyashiro-sama about it because they fought and decided to resolve it herself using terrible methods. Though she's the least in the wrong of the three, I would say, compared to the one who wanted to destroy the world and the one who got tricked by the one who wanted to destroy the world. I didn't want to borrow any help from the tainted people.
Yet the whole reason they're on bad terms in the first place is because Hanyuu-san stole some of her offerings, right? It's my fault? I can't believe you're treating me like I'm the main cause of all of this. Ow, ow, ow.
But yeah, you're all at fault, so get shit on. Yes, yes, quiet. We've heard the defendant's excuses. I was gonna say guilty, life sentence, except you all live forever anyways, so. To sum up,
You're all at fault because you three couldn't get along. Well, I mean, Hanyuu and Une got along plenty. Sorta.
Une-chan finally made it here to Earth after her long isolated journey, too. I think Tamura-chan could have tried to accept her a bit more, just a bit.
Well, Hold. Why can't I think of the fucking word? There's no confirming, is that even the word? What's the word? Guarantee. There's no guarantee that would have stopped her from wanting to destroy the world anyways. But fair. Jesus. And Tamurahime no Mikoto. I can understand you might resent her for eating your offering, but to stay on bad terms for 1,000 years, and then refuse to consult her or ask for her help in a time of need, only to ultimately take drastic actions on your own, isn't very praiseworthy either, you know?
For starters, this whole problem became more complicated because Hanyuu-san just refused to apologize. No one should get that mad over just one meal.
Fine, but still,
I will never reconcile with that starving, empty-headed cream puff. I just wanted you to share a little bit of this flower bed with me.
You wanted to destroy the world. I guess you, at first you didn't though? Fine.
Yet you bullied me, Tamura. See? Did you see? This is really all Tamura's fault.
Une is a devil that would destroy everything. Une is the one to blame for all this.
I think Tamura's hatred for the other races all started when Hanyuu went and stole food from her.
So she's racist. I didn't put that together.
If Hanyuu hadn't done that, then Tamura wouldn't hate outsiders and she might have accepted me.
You can't just :3 now, Tamura.
You know that is exactly right. This cream puff for brains is the cause of all this.
I refuse to be treated like I'm the one to blame.
Ugh! Silence! Now we'll hand out the verdict. All three of you are equally guilty of the crime for failing to get along. So your punishment is having to play games in our club. Oh, so you're basically just gonna beat their fucking asses.
The three of you can happily play games together and deepen your camaraderie, so you can all forgive and forget when it matters most. Consider it as a generous sentence from the priestess of the Frude Shrine.
Oh, you'll just be deepening your friendship over some fun games. Once you've all had fun enjoying the same experiences, I'm sure you'll get along better, I'm sure.
It won't just be you gods either. We humans will join in too, to make this a lively affair. However, we club members never take it easy on opponents, do we? I mean, if they're gods when they have an unfair advantage, but whatever. The club members are pretty OP, so...
We'll have to show you plenty of our gratitude for getting us humans caught up in your fight between gods.
It's no fun when you gods fight by yourselves and we can't participate. So we'll take this opportunity to teach all three of you that you shouldn't take humans lightly, okay?
What fools! We are gods! We will not be defeated in the mere games of man.
I'll totally never be defeated by mere humans.
And then cut to them all losing drastically.
Uh-huh. So you humans are challenging the gods?
That or it's a trick to make them bond? I think that's more what it is.
Then we won't hold back either.
Tamurahime no Mikoto was a steady player. Her style focused on defense more than offense, so she should have been a tough opponent. Une was likely to toy with us magnificently using her sly tricks and fluid adaptability. And Hanyuu... wow. Then Hanyuu had her indecipherable dumb luck. She was the greatest opponent in a game involving chance. They were still gods. There was no reason for them to lose a game to humans. Yet they did anyways, didn't they? However, when it came to games, the club members weren't human either. Okay? Oh! Yep, credits. Cool. Yay! Alright, I'm probably gonna split this recording into 2. I don't know. I'm not gonna read off the cast, but thanks. Yeah, decent arc. I don't think it was necessarily as good as Outbreak, but I don't think it's considerably worse either. Not like Outbreak was, like, insane or anything, but it was alright. What do you mean Okanogi was in this? Oishi and Akasaka weren't either. Oh, this is credits for all of Ho Plus, I guess. Sure. Anyways. Yeah. Perfectly fine arc. It's like a low C tier, probably. I don't know. There's just so many, like... It had a really good ending, I will say that. Who the fuck is Saburo Sonozaki? Whatever. Hey, it's Otaka. Hoo-ha! Why does Hanyuu get her own line? Whatever. But yeah. Decent arc. I would probably say it's a step below Matsuri Bayashi because it was fucking obnoxious for a chunk of it. But, I mean, it came together well, so that's good. Oh, no, there's more? Never mind. They're doing a game anyways. Okay, so we're not done. Shit.
Well, since Tamura-chan's the dealer, she discards first.
Foo. Know the powerful luck of the gods. I am discarding a green dragon and declaring double Richi. We're doing fucking Mahjong again? Pardon me? Hand of Man, all green, 4 concealed triplets, single weight. That's 4 Yakuman, or 128,000 points.
Run for me too. Hand of Man, 7 pairs, red, Dora, Dora. So just a simple Yakuman for 32,000 points.
Wah. Hey, Tamura. Still too early to cry. Triple roans are allowed, right? Then a roan for me too. Hand of Man, big 4 wins, all honors, 4 concealed triplets, single weight. That's 6 Yakuman straight from you for 192,000 points! 352,000 straight from me? That's impossible!
Oh, there's not enough to pay that, even if we collected all the sticks from the table.
Now, here's your punishment game outfit. Hold. Don't be stupid. Alright, we're being stupid. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Please tell me that the updated sprites are better. They are not. Okay. I don't understand why I must bear such disgrace. Can we get her off the screen?
Nipa, poor thing.
This is not appropriate for a fucking middle school. Why do you guys have this?
Still, this is an incredible outfit. What's it even from? Nipa, it's a dream collaboration with blah 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 so she can pretend to be an adult pro wrestler.
What? They're gonna do it for all the fucking characters, aren't they?
Ta-da! Now I'm out. Oh, I'm out now too. I'm just 1 card away from totally being out.
Hold it! You didn't say Uno.
Gara! Super Gara!
And there, I'm out too.
Now I'm out too, Nipa.
So now I'm out. Looks like last place goes to Une-chan! Jesus fucking Christ. Please tell me you would at least change. I'm not even sure I can show that. Is the regular one nope! It is not! Why? Why would... You know, maybe I should bump the arc down into D tier just for this shit. Get her off my fucking screen. Alright, please let Hanyuu be a little more tame.
You won't take me down like you did those two. Ow, ow. Now let the game begin. Will the wolf please raise your hat?
They're playing fucking werewolf? Ha!
Now the fortune teller, please raise your hat.
How do you get last place at wolf? At werewolf, whatever. Okay, I'm revealing myself. I'm the fortune teller. Hanyuu-chan's the wolf.
Oh!
That's not how you play werewolf.
So then with a unanimous vote, our sacrifice for the first day is...
Decided! We're hanging Hanyuu!
I didn't even get to participate in the game!
That's just fucking cheating. Coo. Now to have Hanyuu-chan change into her punishment outfit too. Don't be bad, don't be bad, don't be bad.
Stop it! You're planning to make me wear something indecent, aren't you?
Don't be bad, don't be bad, don't be bad. That's the most tame. Oh, no, that was just on screen for a moment.
Like something from an erotic doujinshi! Like something from an erotic doujinshi!
Fucking Sakutaro. Ayo, represent my man. There he is. Is she gonna say Uryu? She better. No, get off the screen.
I promise the three of us gods will get along now, so spare us already!
You especially get off the screen.
Huh? So cute! I'm taking you home!
No, get off the fucking screen.
I won't accept this!
Why is the achievement icon that? Also, why are they blurry in this? Alright, yeah, wow, you made the arc substantially worse with that last scene. I mean, good bit with the Sakutaro outfit, but... Alright, get off my fucking screen. Get out of here. Fuck this arc. Finale, get this shit off my computer. Alright, well, that was Kamikashimashi. I'm definitely splitting that into 2 episodes. And Christ all fucking mighty, I hated that last part. You could have made it fine. You could have made it fine if you just didn't have the characters that look like fucking 9-year-olds dressing whatever that shit was. But, whatever. Whatever. I'm at least probably gonna have to censor, Tamara and Une in that. The one Hanyuu outfit was not bad. It was a school swimsuit, whatever. The only problem with that is that it's fetishized by weirdos on the internet. Otherwise, it's not inappropriate. I mean, but Une's was a swimsuit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's not a normal swimsuit for a fucking 9-year-old. Anyways, that's gonna be it for these episodes. I know I say I'm gonna censor them, but remember how I forgot to censor the one CG in Batsukoishi? And not only did I forget to censor it, but when you hover over the video to see the little preview of it, it's the first thing that shows up. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Ah! Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. These episodes, next episode, we'll start the next arc, Bus Stop, I believe it's called. And yeah, hopefully that one's not as weird. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye! Yeah!